Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm out here in southern Wisconsin. Kind of have some weird weather going on today. Some storms coming through, might have some rain and all that good stuff. Speaking of which, real quick, gotta give a shout out to Simms. Simply, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Simms products, but they make all sorts of awesome apparel, from waders to you know, the best, simply the best, like top echelon rain gear. So I'm really excited to be working with Simms. Got to give them a shout out. But even as a you know, like the fishing gear that they have is just amazing. So check them out. I'll start putting their information in the link in the description below. But today we're fishing post spawn walleyes, southern Wisconsin, heavy pressured lakes. And what I'm going to be doing is probably, you know, most of the day, we'll see, you know, this time of the year, there's a fair amount of different ways you can catch them. Especially early June like this, you can catch them on slip bobbers and leeches. That works really good with a small hook, or even a little tiny jig head. That works really good. Me, I like casting an 1/8 ounce jig head, a 1/16 ounce, or a 1/4 ounce jig head with a half of a crawler. This works all summer long, pretty much now from June through October. That is going to be the most fish catching bait you're going to have right there. And it doesn't even seem to matter what color jig head. It just, you want a half a crawler, and you just want to basically, you know, just be shaking it. There's a lot of ways you can fish the jig. You can drag it on the bottom, you can swim it above the fish. So the jig will work really good. That's going to be paired up on the Trika. I've got a 7.3, I've got a new 10X and the 6X rods. If you guys are not familiar with the Trika rods, they're like the lightest, most sensitive walleye rod, trout rod. I've used these things down in the ocean and cranked on giant tarpon with them. So if you want more information, you want a really good warranty, guys, there's not a better rod that you can get for your money for the warranty right now. I'm telling you, 365-day money back guarantee. My home state, Wisconsin. Check them out in the link in the description below. Paired up with, I've got a couple of different Piscifun reels. I've got the Piscifun XT, that's a newer reel. It's got 9-ball bearings and super smooth drag. Really like the XT, and that's got 10-pound braid. Also have the Alumex here with a spinner. Be throwing the Alumex. And then I've got the Carbon X and the Alloy M there, you know, with a bait caster. So I've got a handful of different Piscifun reels. You can use my code EH18 and save 18% on any of the Piscifun reels, any of the products, any of the backpacks. Use that code EH18, and we're about to go fishing. I don't know for how long. We're supposed to get some wind shifts. It's supposed to get really windy later, so we'll see what happens. I want to see if I can catch the first few fish on maybe throwing a spinner. And of course, I gotta believe they're gonna eat the jig. Here we go. We are on. We have our first walleye on in the wind. New lake. Early June. Saw a few fish. I threw the spinner at them. They didn't want the spinner. So I came back with the jig. Once this lake gets a little bit more of an algae bloom, I'll probably go with that looks like a nice legal fish here, guys. Looks like illegal. Oh, and he jumped right into the boat. Let's do a little measurement and I'll show you this fish. Fish number 1, we're on the board. Alright, there he is, fish number 1. Probably real close. I'm saying right about there. Oh yeah, he's almost 20 inches. He's 20 inches. Alright, fish number 1. him. Come on, eat it. Got him right here. All right. All right. Suspended down 25 feet. I'm guessing it's a walleye. Yeah, nice walleye. Nice walleye on the jig and the crawler. We got some wind coming up later. That's what we want. Oh, there's another one with it. Another nice walleye with it. There's another one with it. That's cool. Okay. Okay, we'll take it. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this crystal clear water. Look at that. Nice walleye. All right. Good deal. I'm excited to be working with Sims now, and also Beckman nets. Had an opportunity to use some of the best nets in the market now. So I've got the salmon nets, the trout nets. Check out the Beckman nets, guys. They're awesome. But there we go. We're on the board. It's a nice fish. Nice little walleye, nice little 19-incher. Another decent walleye. Had to slide up to the weed edge because these fish have not quite transitioned out to that deep break yet here. A lot of them are on the weed edges. And there is walleye number 2. Let's take a look at this guy. Looks a little smaller than the last one, like about an 18-incher maybe. Let's have a look. Jigging the crawler. Walleye. Yep, he's 18 and a half inches. Perfect eater, 18 and a half incher. Blades up too. You know, that's what's nice about that interchangeable clevis is you small blade, medium blade, big blade. Went to a bigger blade. Bigger blade and I got bit. Oh, that's why. A delicious pike. Yay! And he probably destroyed my leader. Now I gotta tie the leader. That is the one thing that sucks about summertime. When a lot of times when you do catch these pike, everything you leave, crawler or spinner, you gotta retie that whole spinner ring. That's why I have extras usually pre-tied up. There he is. Alright guys, I apologize for the wind. I just want to real quickly show you how I'm going to fish this spinner, because I want to, when you come out fishing, you kind of get to pick how you want to fish. You want to slip bobber fish, you want to troll, lindy rig, jig fish, jerkbait fish. There's a lot of different ways you can fish for walleyes, and I apologize for the wind, but I just want to show you real quickly. I got the worm, got both my hooks. I'm going to go right through the snout, just a little bit like that. I kind of stretch that worm out a little bit. Hands get kind of dirty, but this is just a staple all summer long. I don't care if you're in Green Bay, Lake Superior, any inland lake. This technique, the two hook, just like that. I go right behind the back hook, break that off. Save that other little chunk for jigging. There you go. And the reason I like the interchangeable clevis is because I can try different color blades. I can try, and more importantly, different size blades. Because it seems like when it's a really tough bite, a finesse bite, the smaller blades seem to work, and you're getting that big chop, big waves, bigger blades. So so look at this. I came out here. I know it's crazy windy. I got one on right now, but I'm in 46 feet of water, and that's a suspended walleye out in here. 45 feet of water. So there are suspended fish out in the basins. They're all over. They're in the weeds, they're out in the basin, and they're on the weed edges now. Usually your suspended fish that are out these basins, usually these are all legals. Oh, she's a windy. Another nice fish. But they're biting. Oh, come on. Got him. Came back for it. Yes. That was awesome. Came back for it. That's what we want. Nice keeper walleye on the spinner. Missed them, then I just let it fall. I just stopped reeling, let the bait fall and the spinner spin. Looks like a keeper. If I wanted to keep some fish, be another nice one. Alright. Yeah, nice fish, really nice fish. Look at these nice fat chunkers on the spinner. I don't know if you can see the spinner. That did the damage. Lightweight, I went to a lighter weight because the wind died. When the wind picks up, I go to a heavier weight. And there you go. There's your walleye dinner for you. Another nice southern Wisconsin walleye. There we go. That's a nice one. Feel like this is a nice walleye here. Well, maybe not a big one, but I think he might be illegal. Yeah. Another legal. We got crazy conditions going on today, from crazy wind and rain and stuff like that. I might have to even go change in a little bit here, but after the, there we go. Another nice walleye. It just doesn't get much better than that right there. Look at this. Perfect eaters, guys. Perfect eating walleyes. If you guys want to get out here this summer, want to learn how to finesse fish up these walleyes, get a hold of me. We're doing guide trips all summer long, showing you how to catch these beautiful walleyes, put some meat in the freezer. All right, guys, so one thing I want to point out, you know, when I'm fishing this jig, I've got 8-pound test fluorocarbon, and I've got an 1/8 ounce jig. I use a 16th at times, and I use a 1/4 ounce. But the way I'm fishing it for fish that are not on the bottom, you know, if I'm like right now, you know, we're like 25 feet of water. That last fish I saw was down about 15 feet. I always check my drag. I'd rather have a loose, little lighter drag than not throw it out. If I have, whether I have live scope or not, I'll let it sink for like 10-15 seconds, and then I'm just shaking the tip and reeling slow. My hands are all full of worm dirt, but just kind of, I like to put my index finger on the rod tip. That allows me to feel everything. So that's kind of how I like to hold it. And then again, I'm just shaking the tip. When I'm shaking it, I'm just reeling real slow. And then all you're really going to feel is just that rod just kind of load up. As soon as you feel that, set the hook.